This is Static Attic, Season 1, Episode 4, and my guest this episode is The Planks. What's up, y'all?
What's going on?
Hello. How's it going?
Hello.
It's going good, and I'm glad to have y'all on the show. Glad to finally make it out to the Melon Barn. Cool little DIY space out in Greer. We'll talk a little bit more about that. I want to ask y'all about this space and what the future for it holds, and obviously what you're doing and what the future of the Planks is going to look like. But I think first let's go straight to some music.
We are the Planks. There's blood on my shoe. There's blood on my shoe. There's blood on me and you. There's blood
Again, I want to thank y'all for coming on the show. I'm really excited to be out here and be hanging out with you a little bit. For the people who don't know who you are, why don't you all just go down the line, introduce yourselves, tell us what you do in the band. Obviously, they just saw what you do in the band, but tell us about yourselves.
I'll tell you about myself. I'm Kira. I'm the lead singer of the Planks. I'm from Greer, and we've just kind of found each other and just rocking out, and it's been really cool. So, yeah.
My name is Braden. I'm the bassist. These are my friends, and I wash dishes for a living.
My name is Brian. I'm the guitarist, and I play power chords.
Nice.
Hi, I'm Will. I'm the drummer. That's it. That's all I do is drum.
Well, cool. So how did the Planks start as a band?
Oh, God. Me and Brian just hanging out over here, hanging out with our friends Othie and B-Man. They were playing a lot of live music, playing shows, and me and Brian just started jamming together, actually with our buddy Cole. He played drums, and just dabbling in it. And then Brian wrote Trash Can, and we decided, well, we've had a few different members. We had B-Man at that time, right? When Trash Can started. It just started that way, just wanting to play and playing in our garage at the house.
Yeah, we would practice in the garage, and Bryson was our drummer at the time. Bryson from Curly Blue. Him and Othie are Curly Blue. And then right after recording Trash Can, we picked up Zach from from a lot of things, from Rocco and His Bones, Act Normal, and Pump Stank. And we started jamming and stuff, and it was pretty cool. But that was during COVID, and we didn't get to play a show with them two before Curly Blue started back again. And so we told B-Man, like, you're stupid if you don't go back to Curly Blue. So
yeah, all that happened in in COVID time too. Like, that was all at the very start, actually. Like, it was basically when we decided it was time to pick something up, and we had a chance to get back in the scene before everything clears back up, you know?
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's cool. What about you, Will?
Yeah, just tagged along.
Where's our buddy? He's been around the barn.
Yeah, I was hanging out around here. I play music. I like to jam. Our buddy Parker, he was the vocalist for a little bit, and we came on together on the Planks. And then we got Kira, and I've just stayed with it. So
Nice.
So it's been awesome.
Well, so you're hanging out here. The Melon Barn has kind of become, a hangout spot. It's definitely a DIY space. So how did this come about? This is a cool little space. I love it. Even it's small, but it's wonderful.
It started just by Curly Blue starting, and they just wanted to play shows, and they were like, just starting off, they were just kind of like, well, how do we get shows? We need videos, we need recordings, we need this, that. And this was just out here. So they cut the bolts off of the lock on the door, and we ran drop chords out and started playing shows.
Nice.
So Curly Blue they played in the first few Melon Barn shows, and we were lucky to have some really good bands like Slush. Oh man, they were awesome. They played in the first one. Act Normal got in like the third show ever. So we got lucky with some cool people that wanted to hang around too. So that had some drive behind it right off the rip. So that was kind of how it started. Then we just started playing with other bands. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there was a lot of bands like Curly Blue that really didn't have a whole bunch of opportunities to play shows that haven't really established themselves and whatnot.
Right.
So we and Chandler Othie, whatever, from Curly Blue, he knew more about the music scene at that time, and we knew pretty much nothing about it. And he knew of a lot of bands because he went to college in Columbia for a little bit, so he knew of some bands from there. That's how he met Slush, and he knew of any other bands that just wanted to play, and so they wanted to play too. And then we just threw a show here, and then we started throwing shows every couple months.
It had good pull too. Like the shows.
Oh, yeah.
The people of Greer and whoever was with the bands would come. Like, so
Yeah.
the first few shows were definitely surprising. It wasn't just like 7 people in the room. Like, it was like 30 or 40, you know what I mean? Like, there was people dancing, and the energy was really fun. So.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of like Instagram videos and stuff like that, and it looks like it's always just awesome.
Chaos. It's chaos in
It's
here.
chaos,
Well-
but it's really great.
Well, the barn is really just like everybody can let loose here anyway. Nobody has that like tension of just being oh, like we have to be a certain way or we have to dress up for this event. Like everybody just comes as themselves. So I feel like it gives a lot more of a will for people to just act out and not really care and go crazy as much as they really truly feel like they need to here. Well, you know, like it's just the feel of the barn itself really does like reflect on the people when they walk in. So it just makes
everybody lets
want
loose for
to be
sure.
here.
And we've been very lucky to have people have been very respectful here. Like, you know, just even with thank yous and like we've actually had a thing of people cleaning up after shows. Like they'll be like just stragglers after the show who are here at like 1 a.m. and they're like, well,
that's cool. Well, I want to rewind back a second to you mentioned lineup changes earlier, that the band has had some lineup changes. I know you had a different singer initially and then Kira joined the band. How has that affected your songwriting process?
Oh man. I was the vocalist for Trash Can, and the only reason, so I wrote the song, and me and Braden lived together at the time, not here, it was at a different house, and he was starting to learn bass the same time I was learning guitar, and so I came with a song. I had a problem with like strumming and singing at the same time, but I finally came up with something that I could do, and then people I played it for a couple people here, and a couple people liked it, and so we decided to record it. And at the time we decided to record it, we weren't even planning on being a band. We were just like, let's record this song, just put it out there under the planks. And then right after recording that song, Bryson wanted to like actually make it a band, and so did Braden and me.
And Curly Blue, Othie had just left at that time too. Like he went to St. Louis, so it was just fun. It was just like.
But as far as the writing process, that song I kind of did on my own. Like I just did, I work night shift, Braden worked day shift, so I'd just be at the house during the day trying to come up with stuff. But now during the writing process, it's been pretty cool. Me and Kira live together. We have a house in Welford, and Braden and Will come over, and because we'll come up with a song, and then we'll all four sit down and try to come up with some pretty cool lyrics for it.
Yeah. It's very. Since Kira's been in the band, it's been very group oriented. Like it's like even with lyrics and bass lines or drums, you know, all of it. Like everybody has their say. We sit down and play it and say, did you like this part? You know, did you not like this part?
Collaborative.
So, yeah, because at the end of the day, that's what the band is. You know, we present ourselves as the Planks when we go out. So it needs to be all the Planks writing. And it took me and Brian and Will was part, like, it took us a second to figure out the full. Will's been in bands before, so he knows how bands go. But this is me and Brian and Kira and Parker's first band. Parker was the last lead singer. And it took all of us a minute to figure out how to write. You know what I mean? Like how to voice your opinion on a certain part if you don't like it. And so that took some figuring out. But it's been nice now. Like I love especially with lyrics, it's really cool sitting down and just grinding it out and figuring it out, you know?
Yeah.
The writing process itself was kind of iffy at first just because of the time crunch that we did have. We had 3 shows that we had before. Okay, I was asked to be in the band. And there was a week and a half.
You were told to be in the band.
Okay, yeah, I was told.
We told her.
You are in this band.
I kind of already saw it coming.
Whether you like it or not, you're in this band now.
Yeah, well, I like Brian said earlier, we lived together. So I was like, while they were in the band originally with Parker, I was at all of the band practices. I was at all of those, like on every set pretty much, hearing all the songs myself. And you know, when you hear songs over and over again, you start kind of making up your own vibe for it or your own thing for it. Well, I would do that when I was like sitting into the practices anyway. And then once they told me that, I was like, thank the Lord that I was sitting in these practices already hearing all this stuff for this length of time. But it was a week and a half before we had 3 shows? 3 shows that we were about to play that they asked me to be in the band, and I was like, shit. Like, okay, obviously I'm not going to leave you guys hanging and go play these 3 shows without a lead singer. I felt like there was no other way but to try and wing.
It was fun that it was on the fly.
Yeah, like scrape up whatever lyrics that I could from what I've heard. And then eventually after those we knock out those 3 shows, we would just go back and meddle into all of the lyrics for all of the songs, and all get together, and like I basically wrote out all the stuff that I had, and let's go back in, all of us go back into it,
Just kind of
and dive, like
and
what
tweak
sounds
and-
like crap, what doesn't, like you can be honest with me, like this is what I got right now.
Well, it seems to be working pretty well so far.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Like the sound is good. It's simple, but it's got a lot of energy in it, and I like that a lot. What are the kind of the influences y'all draw from individually? We can go one at a time.
Yeah,
Actually, let's start
I
with
know
Will.
Will's-
Let's start with Will. Will's been quiet.
I
the
know
whole time.
Will's.
That's a good question. I mean, makes me think of what genre even are we for me to like
Yeah.
even pull from.
God.
I mean, I like all the classic punk stuff. I don't know. I mean, that's a bad answer, but I'd say like I like System of a Down. That's like stuff I kind of grew up playing. Harder stuff, like all the classics. So I like heavy stuff.
Will likes Katy Perry too. He's been playing a lot of Katy Perry recently.
Nothing
I
wrong
think
with
he
that.
influences off of that.
Influences.
We just pretty much jam. I mean, we just pretty much jam, and we're like, shit, that sounds cool. Let's make it a song. But honestly, I mean, there's a bunch of like, I could name you my favorite bands and whatnot that
Who
I
are they,
listen to.
Brian?
What?
Who are they?
Well, I guess when I say influences, like, okay, so when you started playing guitar, because you said you started around the same time, not too long ago, then, or like in the past couple of years.
Well, I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. My biggest influences came from just bands I've seen locally, and I thought it was super cool to see them be playing how they play.
Then
and,
name drop some local bands.
I
Let's
mean,
do
Curly
it.
Blue was a huge influence to me. I'd say Act Normal definitely was a huge influence to me with the like faster paced songs, and like
Yeah.
definitely Act Normal a lot too. But I mean, Curly Blue and Act Normal are pretty much two I could name off the top of my head that were super like high influences for me at least.
Yeah.
But as far as major like big bands, I want to keep everything somewhat like very original. So I try not to like. I listen to a lot of heavy metal, and we don't even play heavy metal. So like, I don't even know. I don't influence from a lot of like
Eminem, Slipknot.
Eminem, Slipknot, Korn,
Mhm.
not Limp Bizkit,
Oh, God.
but
Not Limp Bizkit.
all the corny bands I listen to, I guess.
Oh yeah. 5 Finger Death Punch.
No,
He's a
no.
5-finger slinger, baby.
No, I'm not no
Five-finger
five-finger slinger.
slinger.
I'm sorry.
Well, how about you, Braden?
I don't know. I like the classic punk. I like the Ramones. I listen to them a lot. But really, I'm into like 90s stuff. I guess like the Breeders. I love the Breeders. I like the Pixies. I guess they're like more 80s. But I love girl vocalists. Like I don't know why, but I listen to a lot of Blondie. So they're all kind of different genres, but those are the bands I listen to. Influence, I'd say probably mostly I try to play like the Ramones, I guess. Like when I'm listening for a like cool bass line I want to hear, something in that ballpark, you know what I mean? Just like that fast, easy, like just like a straightforward bass line to let everybody else go on. So
Yeah.
I like that style of music a lot.
Yeah. Well, Kira?
I wouldn't say that I like drag influence from like a certain genre. It's more like the vocalist herself.
Sure.
So Paramore, like I think about like their breath work, if anything, like that I draw inspiration from and their energy. So like Paramore, Emil and the Sniffers, she has that shout that I just, it's just so, yeah, like she has like a really good, it gives me that, like I channel that kind of vibe or that energy. The Cranberries even, like how she like holds these notes that are like crazy. I'm gonna say Kelly Clarkson too, because she goes like she goes way up there, like just those like very predominant like high energy vocalists that can run around on the stage like that. I very much admire, because I feel like I'm doing it, but like people that have been doing it for years on these huge stages. And Miley Cyrus too. Have you seen her on the treadmill singing? Like
No, I
she's
haven't.
on the treadmill, hitting those high notes like it's nothing. Like I'm like,
It's impressive.
Yeah,
yes,
for sure.
It's impressive.
It's insane. But those are definitely the people that are I try to have in my head when I'm up there. I mean that's
I get Kelly
Kinda
Clarkson from
yeah.
you mostly.
Yeah, I can see that.
Well, cool. So, well, we talked a little bit about what you listen to. So, why don't we hear a little bit more what you play? You guys have 2 more songs for us, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Let's hear them.
I got a dirty room. It smells like shit.
Well, Kira, Braden, and Brian, and Will, thank you so much for being on the show. I want to talk real quick about, what's next for the Planks as a band.
Oh man, who wants to go into this one?
Like long term or short term?
Each of you can tackle a different aspect. How about that?
Short term, we got a lot coming up. Long term, I don't know.
Tell him, Will.
Yeah, short term. I'm glad you guys got us right now. We got a lot of shows coming up, which is
Very exciting.
Yeah. Now this is going to come out in September.
Yeah. So the time this comes out, we'll be done with our first little tour, which will be.
In fact, as this is premiering, just the other night you played Static Fest.
Right,
So-
right.
Ooh, it was amazing.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I love that show.
Yeah, it was hype. It was static.
Hell yeah, sure was.
Wore my electric pants. It was great.
Are you wearing electric pants?
I'm wearing electric pants.
Oh.
What are electric
now.
pants?
Yesterday I wore them.
Are they actually electric? Do they have lights?
I guess they're just lightning pants. I don't know. You might have to just check out the
Come and
videos from
find out.
yesterday because
Yeah, you gotta come see us.
he did see us already.
Oh yeah, they did see us. Will.
No, like, and they might have not debuted
In October.
Look, this is a weird time travel situation.
we're-
It happens sometimes on this show. It happened a few times on the Hoodoo Music Podcast. Super weird.
Back to 2021.
Yeah, back in 2021. Back to the here and now.
We
Alright.
got
So our tour.
Yeah, there you go, Will.
We're hitting 3 states, right?
Oh,
3.
Yeah, three.
Yeah, 3.
So we'll be going to Knoxville, then what's in Alabama?
Huntsville, Alabama.
Huntsville, and then we're back in South Carolina for
Static Fest.
Static Fest.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Hopefully, right before Knoxville, we're trying to lock in a gig with New Brooklyn Tavern right now.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Hopefully, it gets locked in.
that's a good
Hopefully.
spot. I haven't seen a show there in a long time.
Yep, and Will's pappy's got a RV that we're gonna be kicking it in.
we
Oh
got-
yeah, Will's
Shout out
dad,
to Will's
Mr. Henley.
pappy.
He's driving
Will
us.
Our
Ow,
retired
ow.
dad. Shout out to William Senior.
Shout
So you-
out.
So you just got back from tour, from the perspective of when this is airing.
Oh, yeah, future.
And, it was awesome. Let's make tour predictions now. What's going to happen that way? If it happens on tour, it came true.
We might play good at the skate park. We might boof Alabama, but Static Fest will be awesome.
Yep.
Mhm.
Whoop, whoop.
We're gonna kill Static.
That's my
I think we'll
prediction.
kill all of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, we might do all right on all of them, but
We might.
I think we'll be hype. I think we'll be hyped for the skate park. That'll be fun because we've seen skate shows, like skate park shows, and they're awesome. It's always made me jealous when people are playing them. So
But this one isn't a competition like we usually see.
are we
This
just
is
playing at the skate park?
We're just playing at the skate park, and
Oh,
people
yeah.
are, people
Oh,
are just
yeah.
gonna be skating, and we're just gonna be playing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's even better then.
Oh, that's sick.
That's cool.
Oh, and we're playing with somebody. We love this. Me and Brian at least love this band called Bad Idols. They're from Tennessee.
Oh yeah,
And-
I know of them.
Oh man, they're awesome. And we're playing with. Is it the lead guitarist and singer? What is
yeah,
it?
yeah. His name's Eric.
Eric. Yeah. So I'm very excited for that. We love Bad Idols.
Yeah. Good
Fucking
band.
love him.
Mm-hmm.
Where can people find the Planks online?
God. What Spotify
Or
and
Instagram.
We are an enigma.
We're not
Spotify,
Enigma.
Bandcamp, Apple Music, and whatever the
If you want
hell
to see our
else.
pictures, Instagram.
And whatever else DistroKid puts us up on.
If you have some friends that know us, they might have some videos of us.
Yeah.
So just ask them, and they might show you.
Yeah, as far as the new Planks, we're working on our EP. It's been a process. We've had the instruments recorded for a while, and Kira just became our vocalist not even 2 months ago. So she's got lyrics set in stone for him now, and hopefully we'll get in there pretty soon and record the vocals for it.
Yeah, we kind of had to restart on the recording process during the whole vocalist change, and so we had to take a step back. We had all of our instruments recorded and even like mixed and mastered and all that good stuff, and had to take a step back. And now we figured out our vocals and what we're doing. So
We've been so busy. I mean, it wouldn't be the Planks if we weren't.
it's fun on the fly.
Oh my
like-
gosh, yeah, doing things on the fly all the
Mhm.
time, and it's been our rite of passage so far. That's what we told Kira when she joined the band.
Rite of passage.
Going so fast. I mean, it's coming though. So
Well, I want to thank y'all again for being on the show.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Thank you
for
so
having us,
much. It was
man.
awesome.
Good
I
time.
had so much fun.
And I appreciate the people who are into local music. Because I believe people deserve great music. You know, you deserve great music.
You deserve it.
You do.
You deserve it.
And
You
there
do.
are so many great local bands playing in barns and garages that they deserve to be heard.
Greenville,
So-
Spartanburg, Greer, all of it is just going crazy right now. There's tons of good
Absolutely.
artists. Go out to shows and watch them. Support the people.
Absolutely. Their shows are coming back. Start going to shows
Yes, please.
and give them your money.
I'm gonna tell you
Hold
what though. If y'all come to the Melon Barn and you act shitty, don't.
You're gone.
You're
Oh
gone.
my
Just the number one rule is respect people's space and don't
Please.
be a dick. Like,
Mhm.
just don't.
We don't have
That's
too
what
bad
it
of a
comes down
problem.
to. Don't.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. Just be a cool person.
Yeah.
Be chill. And chaotic.
Thank you.
Well, this show airs on Twitch, debuts on Sunday nights, every other Sunday. This is the first season of Static Attic, but we are rolling along right now. After it debuts on Twitch, it goes to YouTube a few days later, and there's an audio-only version on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all that kind of stuff. If you'd like to support this show, patreon.com/staticatticpod is the easiest way to do that. If you don't feel up to like a regular monthly commitment, tune in on Twitch, throw a Prime sub at us or you know, something like that. Toss some bits our way and help us make this show bigger and better. We've got a lot of things we need to expand, so including our cameras. These cameras are awful.
Their cameras are top notch. Don't let them lie.
$50, man. $50 on Amazon.
Don't let him talk about you guys like that. You guys are perfect.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? They work, and that's all. But yeah, if you want to do that, you know, help us out. Follow us everywhere at Static Attic Pod. And until next time, thanks for tuning in. Next episode, I'm actually not sure yet who's going to be on it because yeah, get some stickers. Come to Static Fest. Static
Get a
Fest is already
sticker,
over, so
you
come
idiots.
to Static Fest in the past.
Support local music. Support dudes like this dude. Help them out. Help everybody out. Just go to shows. Go to shows and support everybody.
Now let's talk
That's-
about cannibalism.
Yeah. Now let's talk about cannibalism for a minute. What is your favorite body part of a human being to eat?
Thigh.
I like calf.
Calf,
But cheek.
butt cheek. All right.
Eyeballs.
I knew you were gonna say eyeballs. I read your mind. I was in there. I was in your brain.
He's a psychiatrist. He probably channeled brain waves to you.
Yeah.